Hello girls and boys, Nation here. Today I brought you a bit guide of our Battlemage Fire Whirlwind we've been playing last week, as you can see here. We reached level 45 on hardcore without any major problems. We will talk about the end product and how the build looks at level 45, because the leveling itself is pretty straightforward on this one. Level up your Whirlwind and auras and keep an eye on your defenses. But other than that, there is no special path or anything you need to follow to get through the earlier levels. It's easy to play. I think it's perfect for newer players without missing out content in the game or dying in hardcore. A quick few words. If you like these videos, consider subscribe on my YouTube. I upload the stream highlights on the whole live streams of those builds if you are interested in that. Check out my Twitch if you like the platform more for streaming, and tell me in the comments down below when you have suggestions, because I'm still pretty new to the content creator thingy. It will be appreciated. Thank you. With that out of the way, let's see some gameplay first. Enjoy. Let's talk about attributes first. I kept a 50% ratio on might and vigor. That's how we get our fire damage going. There should be no problem in leaning a little bit more into might to get more damage without fearing of dying in hardcore. The core masteries are pretty straightforward. We put 3 points into the dash and 3 points into the barrier. 2 of which are in celerity. I like the increased all speed, and 1 into a dash attack for increased damage, increased crit chance on the dash. And on the barrier, I think the ailment cleanse is the best allocation in the game. You should always get this at least. And after that I got 2 more points because efficient on the first 3 levels. I get 1 more point into the reflecting guard and 1 more point into enduring barrier. So let's look at the interesting trees here. Warfare and Earth, that's how we get our Battlemage class. Our main skill is the Whirlwind. The most important allocation here is the Whirlwind itself. This allows us to channel this skill. The next points I got in here is Rage Gain. I maxed it out, so we get Rage stacks faster. And the last 4 points are into Ramp Up. So it allows us, while we are channeling, we get more damage the longer we channel. The next skill will be Leap. Only 1 point into Rage and we unlock the skill itself. It's just for movement purposes. The next skill is Stomp. The most important allocation in here is Quick Stomp. This allows us to cast the spell while we channel our Whirlwind, so it's extra damage. We get the rage stacks, the interruption on channeling enemies, and the overwhelm consume. We get later to that in the Earth tree how we get the overwhelm. Okay, Battlefield Awareness, we want to skill this out. This is our aura on warfare. You want to jiggle around some points here. At the beginning you have more points into resistances for sure. You want to keep them capped. And after you find some gear you can go back to like regeneration for the defense option and vitality for the vitality damage for the offense option. Inspiration as well, really nice. You don't want to cast your Whirlwind and have downtimes, right? So every time you get out of mana you will stop channeling. That's why you will juggle around to get the energy regeneration, your defenses, and later maybe damage. Keep in mind, on the vitality drain the lifesteal doesn't work. We just do it for the flat vitality damage. Okay, our last skill in warfare will be Valor. It's the blessing. We get 3 points into burst of speed every time we cast it. We get movement speed and increased attack at cast speed. We get 2 points into critical hits. That's just how many points are left after we scale everything out. So this is actually the last skill you will max out, quote unquote. And we got 3 points into duration. This is really nice, so you don't have to keep hitting your blessing button all the time. Quick note here, you want to have your Whirlwind and your Stomp like on the mouse buttons, so you can just press both all the time. So you just Whirlwind and Stomp every time. You have basically an auto cast on this. Yeah, and it works pretty well. First attribute, passive attribute we do is the weapon proficiency. It gives us attack speed and damage with weapon attacks. I think at the beginning I only got 6 points into this. Got the critical chance or attack speed, doesn't matter. I think I started with the attack speed. Then you want to skill out the battle hardened allocation to get health and health regeneration, as well as the good modifiers from battle hardened itself. After some time you can skill this out, of course. The third one will be Battle Rage. To make our rage stacks more potent, we get rage effect and increased damage overall. Our allocations here are the rage overflow mechanic, when we will heal for 12 every time we get a rage stack over 13, and the maximum rage to get to 13. The best passive attribute here is Combat Rush. So I tested it. It's the uptime is all the time, basically, when you have enemies near and you are casting Whirlwind. So there is no global cooldown on that or anything. You want to max this out, get the regeneration while you have Combat Rush and the damage while you have Combat Rush. Alternatively, if you want more armor you can get this one, but I like the regeneration. There is one more passive attribute to boost our regeneration overall. The allocations here are more increased as well, and increased health regeneration per rage stack we got on our character. The last defensive node will be here health. It's pretty straightforward. Keep in mind, vitality resistance is really rare to get. You can't get it on gear, I didn't see it. And in the trees itself, I saw it only on unyielding itself. So it's pretty rare. It could be really good. There is not much vitality damage right now in the game, but still, it makes you more tanky versus that. The allocations here are more health per 5 figure and increased health. And last but not least, when you have the points at 45, you can get 4 points into Frenzied Rage. I got it so I can get the Rage Overflow. Every time we one Rage overflows, we get bad damage and increased movement speed. But there is no need to max it out, the two other allocations are not that great. The second tree here is Earth. The skill you want to skill out here is Earth Enchantment. This is our second aura from the Earth skill tree. We got 2 points into Fire Imbuement that converts our damage to fire, and we get flat damage as well. I got 1 point into Armor and the increased armor as well, and 5 points into Earth Enchantment to get increased fire and physical damage. So it's purely offensive at the end, but at the beginning you can take some points into fire resistance if you have problems capping that. The two other supportive skills from Earth are Flame Volley and Ring of Flame. We skilled Flame Volley in the way that it orbits us, so it's kinda passive. You just click it one time and it's up all the time. It fires at your enemies that are near. We get the overwhelm mechanic from here. So when we hit something, we get overwhelm, and with the stomp, we consume it again for more damage. We get 3 points into fast projectiles just for more damage and projectile speed, so the mobs can't dodge your flame volley. It hits far more often this way. And the last skill, the Ring of Flame. Permanency makes it basically the third aura for our build. We got the Fire Shred chance here. Well, it's not a chance, it just shreds fire resistance. 3 points into that and 1 point to Blazing Heat. It's just efficient to have 1 point into here. You get more damage to enemies when they are close to you from Ring of Flame. The passive attribute points at the beginning, you will have a lot of problems with energy regeneration, and to keep 3 auras up, they will reserve a lot of energy. So we need a little bit of max energy in our tree. We got the increased maximum energy here and increased skill cost. This is a really good allocation because every time we consume energy, our other abilities are getting amplified, right? The second allocation is the region of energy. It's straightforward, you need it. Second attribute points will be Earth Attunement for fire damage and physical damage. The allocations here are increased area damage overall and weapon damage and fire damage, as well as a little bit of attack speed. So those are kind of interesting. I didn't skill those out because I didn't felt like it's worth it. I got 6 points into Magma Shell to get the 3 maximum fire resistance and a little bit of increased life as well as increased armor value. And the really last points you will allocate are these ones. So you see I didn't even could max it out. There is 1 point missing. I just got for the chance. It clears a little bit faster with many mob groups, but yeah, it's not mandatory. You will clear fast enough with the Whirlwind itself and the other abilities. So if you have other points you find more interesting than combustion, you can allocate it there. So let's talk about gearing. The most important affixes you need is on the helmet slot and on the potion slot. It's energy regeneration. Without that, it's really hard to sustain the Whirlwind itself. The other defensive affixes, obviously, resistances, health regeneration, and glancing hit chance. And our offensive affixes will be the flat fire damage, some aimant chance, aimant power, and increased percentage of fire damage. We took the route of the two-handed weapon because after some time the shield gets useless. You have enough resistance and health and so on. You can switch out to two-handed and have more damage. So a small conclusion here. You can see with 13 stacks the DP is crazy. When we activate Vela, it's about like, let's say 9000 with 13 stacks. Our flame volley as well is good over 9000 damage, and our stomp that supports our skills will stomp for like 6000 as well. We have over 4000 life. Like I said in the beginning in the attributes, I think you can like sacrifice 300 to 400 health at least to get more damage into might, but it's up to you. I wanted to have 4000 health just for the flex. I hope you enjoyed this build. If you liked the video, consider subscribe, check out my Twitch, and see you guys in the next one.